Are you ready for the next move of Bitcoin? Because yes, Bitcoin turned around in these areas and we saw this massive pump over the weekend coming all the way back up to the 28,500 US dollars exactly towards this downward sloping trend and also this rising trend line. So yes, can we see a major pump even higher? Because at the moment we are getting some very bullish news in the markets, or are we going to see this rejection from these areas and come all the way back down to this major resistance, which now will act as support? We're going to look at the facts, why we saw this massive pump towards the upside and what we could expect in the immediate short term. So if you want to find out more, watch the video until the end, smash up the like button and subscribe, and most importantly activate the bell so that you always stay up to date. And first of all, we're going to go over to the news to find out why we saw this pump. Bitcoin and Ethereum rise as US lawmakers scrambled to dodge historic debt default. So we can see that they came to an agreement, as we can see exactly in this writing. Earlier this evening, Speaker McCarthy and I reached a budget agreement in principle, Biden said on Twitter on Saturday. Over the next day, our negotiating teams will finalize a legislative text. So what does it mean? Yes, if they're going to print even more money, where's this money going to flow? Yes, you're correct, into Bitcoin, and that's why it's very important that you hold Bitcoin or dollar cost average into Bitcoin, as we are closer to the bottom than we are at the highs. But let's go over to the next bullish news for Bitcoin. And yes, optimism soars as China unveils Web3 white paper. These developments have captured the attention of industry observers, raising questions about China's evolving position. One significant event that caught the attention of the crypto community was the airing of a cryptocurrency segment on the state-owned China Central Television (CCTV). Notably, the segment prominently featured the Bitcoin logo and showcased a Bitcoin ATM located in Hong Kong. That is extremely bullish for Bitcoin. And why? Yes, China banned crypto for a very long time. So if they are going to lift this ban for all the retail investors, this means that a lot of money will flow into Bitcoin, and that is extremely bullish. So we can see that CZ posted on Twitter, CCTV just broadcasted crypto. It's a big deal. The Chinese speaking communities are buzzing. Historically, coverage like these led to bull runs. Not saying past predicts the future, but yes, CZ is right. We could expect a massive pump because this will open up the gates for a lot of money that will pour into Bitcoin, and all the Chinese retail investors getting the possibilities to invest into Bitcoin. And that is also exactly what you should do. Dollar cost average into Bitcoin. And if you want to buy crypto on the spot market, make sure to go down in the video description below and sign up with my BITGET link, where you receive a massive deposit bonus. But guys, let's go over to the charts to find out what we could expect in the immediate short term. And we're going to start on the daily chart for Bitcoin. And yes, we came all the way back up to this very important trend line. So first of all, we're going to extend this trend line so that we can see, yes, we have to break this trend line towards the upside to really say that Bitcoin is going to see a higher move towards the upside, and that we could come all the way back up to the first major resistance area, which is round about the 29,500 US dollar level, and maybe even all the way up to this major resistance at 31,000 US dollars, where we saw that Bitcoin turned around exactly in these areas and we formed the local high. These are going to be the most important levels for Bitcoin, that we're going to break this trend line to say that we're going to see a further bullish move. But what can we see if we zoom out on the daily chart? We broke out from the symmetrical triangle and we didn't reach our price target, which was round about the 24,500 US dollars. So that's why I'm going to remove this line exactly now, because if we zoom out, then we can see, yes, we are forming a new trend line, and maybe we are in this downward sloping channel, because we can see that the price exactly stayed within this channel. Bitcoin saw this consolidation, formed the high, and then we were moving in this downward sloping trend. So we could expect, if we're going to break this channel towards the upside, we're going to reach the highs. But if we're going to get a rejection and can't break this major resistance level, round about the 28,200 US dollar level, we could expect that yes, the price will come all the way back down, first of all to this support box. But if we're going to fail to bounce from these levels, we could expect that yes, we're going to come all the way back down to the 25,700 US dollars. But first of all, I'm bullish for Bitcoin. But at the moment, I think that we're going to see this bullish move higher. And yes, because of the news of China moving into the crypto space, and also because the United States is raising their debt ceiling, and this means that they're going to print a lot of money that eventually is going to flow into Bitcoin. So yes, let's go on the even lower time frames on the 4-hour chart. So on the 4-hour chart, we can see that Bitcoin came all the way up to this major trend lines round about the 28,400 US dollar level, and now we saw this retracement. But at the moment, guys, we're going to draw the Fibonacci retracement level all the way from the bottom, all the way from the top. Yes, the 23.6 Fibonacci retracement level held the price after we saw this rejection towards the downside, and at the moment we are consolidating in these areas. So let's go down on the 15-minute chart. We can see that the price movement saw this rejection, and then we see this consolidation, and at the moment we found this low round about the 27,700 US dollar level. So guys, ultimately, if we're going to see a reversal pattern, or if we're going to break this very important downward sloping trend, then we could expect to pump all the way back to this major resistance where we saw this correction after we've reached this high. So yes, Bitcoin has to reverse from these areas, and this means that we have to form higher lows and also higher highs for Bitcoin so that we could expect that yes, we're going to attempt to break this major resistance. I really do believe we're going to see this reversal and Bitcoin is going to break even higher. And yes, we see that this candle quickly got bought up again and we held the levels of 27,850. So I expect that yes, Bitcoin is going to break this major trend line and that we're going to come all the way back up to the 28,400 US dollar level. So guys, if you always want to stay up to date, make sure to go down in the video description below and sign up to my free Telegram group. And guys, please dollar cost average into Bitcoin and make sure to be for crypto. And if you want to know how to take profits in the crypto market, watch this video exactly now.